Welcome to day 18 of the Character Challenge. Today we're talking about having appropriate boundary lines, and today I want to read to you what I've written regarding this topic. In today's reading, we are going to be talking about setting boundaries in our lives. Not only is it important to set boundaries in your own life, it's also important to respect other people's boundaries. A lot of times we make assumptions as to where other people's boundaries lie. Because we conduct our lives a certain way and we were raised a certain way, we think everyone else shares the same boundaries. For example, I came from a family that had an open door policy. People would regularly pop in without any prior notice. Mi casa es tu casa, that was reality for me growing up. Coming from that kind of background, it might be easy for one to think that that is the norm. However, I know a lot of people who do not share that boundary. I can relate. They want prior notice to a visit. This is just an example, but there are a lot of areas where we need to be sensitive to the boundaries of others. Where do you stand when it comes to respecting the boundaries of others? When you ask someone for something and they say no, do you pressure them to say yes? Do you ask people for permission to use their stuff and feel entitled to help yourself? Here's another example of not respecting people's boundaries. Do you ever ask or invite people to do something with you, maybe join a group or getting involved in some project you are involved with, and then expect them to accept your invitation? Maybe it's something really good you're involved in and you take offense to the rejection. In these instances, it's time for us to be adults and give people the freedom to say no. Instead of looking at it as a personal rejection, see it as it's just not for them, at least not for now. It all comes down to respect. Respecting yourself enough to establish boundary lines and remaining inside of them, as well as respecting the boundary lines of others. Today's challenge is this: have you set boundary lines in your life, or do you need to begin establishing them today? And do you respect the boundaries of others?